It is not a lie to say that vitamin A can be used when you have measles. It is a lie to say that if you take vitamin A, you prevent measles.
In an unvaccinated state, that's correct. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that the audience can have a clear understanding of what we mean. And we're not telling people not to take vitamin A if they live in, I don't know, I'm going to say Colombia or Cambodia and their kid gets measles. But right now, if you're going to fly to Texas, you don't give your kids vitamin A, turmeric, or extra vitamin D or C because it doesn't.
It's certainly not going to keep you from getting measles.
Okay. All right. All right. And then I have run out of questions. What is there anything I haven't asked that you want to share with the audience that you think would be useful?
As the audience, I suspect, are mostly pediatricians, much like us, who are trying to do a good job. I guess what I would say is don't get discouraged. Remember why you're doing what you're doing. And there are so many factors that are beyond your control. Just do the best you can do. Impart the right information to the people that need to hear it. I make recommendations. They make decisions. And that's all we can do.
Yeah.
And, and
That's such a hard concept for the US based pediatrician. We are like lawyers. We give you counsel based on the law and the facts at this moment. But
but
as a
we have to establish and reestablish and remind people of our common goals.
yes.
You both want your child to be healthy and safe and what possible. Okay.
Yeah.
And remind them that's why you're there to see me or see George or to see you, Herb. And from there, we move forward and hopefully we're able to conduct care for the child that aligns with our shared values.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, the parent makes a decision and they own it
That's right.
for better and for worse, which is, like you said, you just got to let it go. But and that's what the lawyers say. I cancel my client to the best of my ability. They don't want to take my advice. They need another lawyer and they own the outcome. I'm not the one going to jail.
And we walk away without some grief with situations that might have been prevented. But
Yeah.
time, we're not responsible for the decisions that other people make.
No, but that's very hard when it's a child's life on the line. That's what's the moral burden of being a pediatrician. It's a wonderful career, but that's a real moral burden of a pediatrician. It's not the 40-year-old educated male deciding that they're not going to take care of their high blood pressure. It
Right.
is a mother deciding that their kid's not going to do this or that, and that can lead to a bad outcome in a child. Um, and that's hard. When do you think we'll see each other? I would love to see you in person.
Well, that's very nice. Herb, I spend a lot of time going to things in my state, do a lot of state level advocacy with the Texas Pediatric Society and the Texas Medical Association. I only rarely get to the A because I blow my time away for education locally. But I do hope to run into you at some point and continue conversations and fellowship.
Yes, thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a little bit because I'm curious. So I'm a big fan of CME. So I will be at Nicholas Children's CME at the end of the month in Fort Lauderdale. But you didn't mention the American Academy chapter in Texas. You said the Texas Pediatric Medical Society.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
But I'm glad you asked this question, and I'm happy to inform both you, George, and Herb of the Texas Pediatric Society, which is the Texas chapter of the AAP. But we are the Texas Pediatric Society because we became an entity about 10 years before the AAP did. We've been around longer than AAP. And so we actually had a female president of the Texas Pediatric Society way before the AAP even became into existence. It's a little bit of a cognitive dissonance, but in some respects, we were more progressive in Texas than AAP.
And,
Especially,
and so are you on their board or are you on their advocacy side?
so I previously served as the president of Texas Pediatric Society, and I've served in a lot of different roles. I'm not currently on the executive board, but I am on a couple of their committees, and I'm a gray beard to call upon if they have questions.
And do they have councils like the other chapters do?
Yes. So the Texas Pediatric Society is the largest chapter of the AAP. We have about 3,500 members, and it is a robust chapter with lots of different committees. We have a strong medical student and resident section. We've positioned ourselves as an organization to be, as much as possible, the voice for children's health in Texas.